The goal of any learning is to do something new. The goal that we're trying to accomplish is to change what we've been doing in some way, either to change how we do it, to do a new thing that we've never done before, to improve and things like that. And if we think about what we're really after in the business world especially, we're after the ability to adapt. The ability as a person to adapt to changing environments, changing conditions, different boss, different organization, different strategic goal, whatever it might be. We're looking for ways to be adaptive and move across those things. If we're looking at organizations, we're looking for a way to adapt as technology changes, as consumer demand changes, as the political environment changes. And so adaptation and the ability to be adaptive is so centrally important to individuals and organizations. And in my mind, learning is such a key piece of that, and it is kind of the key process that kind of underlies the ability to be adaptive. Is, can you get something new? Can you acquire some sort of new skills, figure out how to bring it in and make it a part of kind of who you are? Lifelong learning is obviously, for me, incredibly important given the uncertain nature of the world, the way in which everything changes around us, right? So most of my focus and research and what I care about and pay attention to involves kind of two things: uncertainty and dynamics and change. And the reality is, if you can't learn, if you can't find some way to move across these different changes, then you're not going to be able to be successful. And lifelong learning and the ability to be a lifelong learner and really be able to step back, think about what it is you know and what it is you need to learn, get the skills that you need and kind of move on. If you don't have that, you will only ever be successful in the static, in the now, right? In this moment of wherever you are right now. And 5 minutes from now, when the world changes, or 5 years from now, or whatever it is from now, you are not going to be in a position to be successful if you cannot continue to learn, if you cannot continue to adapt, take in new information, process it, seek out the pieces that are missing from the portfolio of things that you know in order to be able to be successful. I was a swimmer and a water polo player in college and high school and things like that. And my wife was a softball player, so we were both athletic to some extent. My daughter is a gymnast. We had no idea what we were getting ourselves into with getting her involved in gymnastics and this whole thing. And so there was some learning around the hole we have dug ourselves in some ways. But I think even more than that has been the learning that we've gone through in the ability to watch her compete and everyone else compete and not be utterly confused by the scores that are put up there at the end. And between watching enough, between talking to my daughter and talking to the coaches, and we downloaded an app from the USA Gymnastics that kind of walks through all the different pieces of what's required for these things and what defines the scores. We've been able to maybe not always agree with the judges, but at least we're no longer quite as confused in what's going on when we do that.